Mastering the Mix has just released a limiter plugin that they just call Limiter, and it's what they call a smart mastering plugin, and I want to take a look at it. So let's get started. Don't let bad limiter settings undo hours of mixing work, is what they are saying in the first sentence on their website. It doesn't really undo hours of hard mixing work. I mean, the mix will still stay the same. You can just change your limiter settings. Limiter is a great sounding, smart mastering plugin that analyzes your audio and suggests the best settings for your music. Avoid the hassle and create incredible sounding masters in less time with Limiter. Alright, so it's on sale now, of course, $51 discount. Limiter gives your masters dramatically improved clarity in the low end compared to other limiters. When running a 100Hz sine wave through Limiter, a market-leading limiter, and a €299 limiter, we can see that Mastering the Mix's limiter produces considerably less harmonic distortion. In this test, the harmonic distortion was 20 dB to 40 dB less, giving an audibly clearer sound. I always struggle with showing measurements, because what does the measurement actually say? In this case, it doesn't say a lot. I want to reproduce this with my own limiters and you know, checking how it would compare to those. And it's difficult because they're not showing the full picture. They're saying a market-leading limiter. What is that? Is that the Pro L? Or is that the Sonox Inflator? What's a market and what's a €299 limiter? What does that even mean? Because I'm going to try to replicate this, of course. So yeah, this is the plugin. So we've got oh, and according to the tooltip, that's add harmonic distortion. Oversampling is engaged automatically to mitigate aliasing when used. Okay. Is a punch. Add more attack and punch. Oversampling is engaged automatically. Okay. Gain. Yeah. Okay. Attack, release, link, ceiling, delta solo, bypass, dynamic range, lifts, and dB true peak. I mean, those are the things we need. I think this is just our overview that looks a little bit like the one on my t-shirt. Links are in the description down below. Now, talking about that, Mastering the Mix did not sponsor me or anything. They did send me an email with early access to this plugin, and one of my assistants just replied with like, hey, we put it on the list. He might or might not take a look at it. And that's all they know. They're not getting any early access to this review. I'm trying to stay as independent as I can be. So if you appreciate that, make sure to support me again by, for instance, buying my merchandise in the description down below, or by checking out my affiliate links at Thomann and Sweetwater. And when you use my affiliate links, a little bit of your purchase gets kicked back to me. All right, well, let's do this. I've got a funky, jazzy, whatever version of Sandstorm by the Root, and I want to master it for Spotify, of course. Normal Spotify master. Let's see how close it gets to the Spotify specs. Wait a little bit. Let's move forward to here. Like the busiest part, of course. Yeah, analyze. All right. So this is where I need to be. And then this needs to be here. It's nice. It's a hands-on approach. There, linking. There. Nice. And now we are at I mean, let's do a little bit more. I mean, I want to be turned down by Spotify, not turned up. Because if I'm turned up by Spotify, then God knows what happens with my peaks. It's still weird that a plugin cannot buffer the whole song. Like, I'm working fully in the box. So why doesn't... I mean, it should already be able to know the whole song and give me the measurement. And now I'm just, you know, doing it in real time while it shouldn't be in real time. Okay, let's drive this thing up a little bit. Oh, okay. So you can make it cringe if you want. Not sure if this makes sense on this music, but... And our true peak is now higher or not? No. Whoa! That distortion is heavy. It's a pretty rough limiter, actually. It's not it's not very subtle. But hey, that's I mean, it's a limiter. If I want something subtle, I would have used the compressor or something. Kind of weird that oversampling is off. I mean, enable oversampling. Why isn't that just enabled by default? I would love to have it turned on always, or automatically in the background or whatever, whenever it matters. On the other hand, the Pro L also has oversampling turned off by default. I think there are reasons why. On the other hand, oversampling usually doesn't hurt as much as not oversampling in a lot of situations. But again, you have to fully understand what it does in order to make that decision. So maybe have the plugin make that decision for you. I don't know. I think it's a nice limiter in terms of control and stuff. And you know, you can make it crunch, you can make it clean-ish. You can do whatever you want with it. However, I am a bit bothered by that measurement that they're showing on their website. I wanna see if I can replicate this. So I'm running a 100 Hz sine wave through this. I'm gaining up so that it's limiting a bit. This makes it worse. I am oversampling. I mean, let's keep it fair. So if I slow down the attack we're getting, yeah, I mean, our harmonics are going down, but we're getting some other stuff. I don't know if it's audible. Barely audible. Oh, we can even get clicky. So let's say 20 milliseconds. That's the lowest I can get it. And then the release. Yeah, of course. Yeah. 8,000 milliseconds of release. And I can make a clean limiter as well. I mean, it stays clean until like that last moment, which is kind of logical. I mean, it's a low frequency. Let's just say we're putting it to 8,000. I don't know. And now I want to get two of my favorite limiters in here. The smart limit from Sonnable. Oh, we cannot make a longer release on this one. It's only 1,000 milliseconds. But look at how clean this thing is. I almost think I'm doing something wrong here. Now with the Fab filter, we are at -88 on our first harmonic. And then on this one, we are at -92. So that's a 4 decibel difference. Let's put this one to 1,000. Let's put them all to 1,000, because otherwise I cannot compare to Sonnable. So we've got -71. We got Sonnable fully clean, which I don't really believe. Oh, I see that the attack is not the same. It should be 20 actually. Still clean. Fab filter. Attack also on 20. Let's do that as well. Attack on 20. So -74, -72. I mean, it's a little bit cleaner. But Sonnable wins by a lot. It's either that, or my testing is just wrong. If it is, then Whirl will kick in and will show me exactly what I did wrong, and I'll learn from that. But what I think the main issue is that this test, this graphic, doesn't have enough information to reproduce it. If they would say like, hey, do this and you'll see the difference, then I can test all my own limiters by changing the settings and, you know, trying things out and that kind of stuff. And even if they do not agree with copying the settings, then at least show us a methodology to match settings. So not copying the settings, but matching it with, like, I don't know, set the auto limiter to a setting where you can see certain envelope, whatever. Because right now, I'm not getting a 40 decibel difference between my trusted Fab filter And I'm getting a difference the other way around with Sonnable, where the Sonnable performs better than the limiter from mastering the mix. So I don't know. And I actually think that something's going on in the Sonnable limiter that I don't know about that makes it so clean. Maybe it's the AI, maybe it's completely different. I don't know. I don't know. But right now, like, this graphic is just useless. They can completely remove this from their website or fill in the information that we need to know in order to reproduce this. And the same goes with most measurements. I mean, if you don't know exactly how the measurement was made and with what goal in mind and all those kind of things, if you don't know about that, then how can you judge it? And with that being said, I want to end the video over here. I'm going to link to a mastering the mix in the description down below so that you can do your tests with your limiters and come back, give me a comment or send me an email with what I missed, basically. And if I really missed a big thing here, I'll make a second video, you know, explaining this. I'm also interested in seeing the reply from Mastering the Mix here, because, you know, I just don't agree with what they're saying. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see that update, if it will ever come. Now, if you like my videos and want to support me, you can become a member on YouTube or on Patreon, and you get early access to videos, answers to your questions, and some exclusive content. I'll link a playlist with the content over here. If you don't want to become a member but want to watch more videos, which is also supporting the channel, I'll link an interesting video over here. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep pushing, and bye-bye.